Hi Virgo, it's Mary with Seer. I hope you're doing well. This is your July 1st through the 15th Oracle and Tarot card reading 2020. Can you believe we blasted through June back through? Sound effects included. So, this is a soul activation spread. Yep. So, to me, it's kind of like a soul redirection or a soul clearing, whatever your soul kind of needs. It's 4 cards. I have a couple new decks here. One of them is called the Energy Oracle cards. Those are these here. Very cool. So the first card that I'm going to pull is your soul card. Door to Romance. So I'm going to read all these cards in a moment. I don't usually read them, but when they're new or if I haven't seen them in a while or I'm being guided to, I will. So the next card is going to be your past. That would be Door to Spirit. Whoa, I like it. We got 2 doors. This is at 32. So we have 33, 32. Past. Okay, next card is You Now. Community. And your final card, which is your activation card, is Walking Away. And you know what's interesting is we have the 2 doors, we have community, and then you're walking away through a gate. So it's like the doors walked into somewhere. Door to Spirit would be opening to Spirit. So you walked into Door of Romance, opening the door to Spirit, community, and then walking away. And that's a gate. So it's like interesting. That's all I can say. It's just interesting. Okay, so let's start with the first one, Door to Romance. This is 33. 33 always reminds me of like a Christ consciousness kind of number. People have their own views of numbers, but that's what it reminds me of. There's a long backstory, but it really doesn't matter. Everybody has their reasons for things, and if it resonates with you, you have your reasons. Okay, so Door to Romance is new beginnings in love. Okay? Whether you're looking for a new relationship or just love in the relationship you're in, this door with the heart opens onto new beginnings in your experience. And I really think it's interesting because somebody here has not only their heart behind a door, but it's also in a cage with a lock. I mean, and the heart actually has a keyhole in it. It has a keyhole in it. A new love may be arriving and you are being brought together by a strong resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life, or it may be a new tenderness about to bloom into heartfelt affection. This relationship already exists in energetic potential. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are protecting the kind and self-loving energy that you want to receive from others. That is why you're protecting it. That's why it's behind lock and key. Be aware that the universe returns your self-caring treatment to you. It's ready to open that door. Are you ready? So, we must love ourselves first, and then we can expect that love from others. If we don't cherish ourselves, how can we expect others to see that we are worth being cherished? That we should be cherished. Okay, anyway, Door to Spirit. This is 32. And you know, 32 is a 5. 5 always reminds me of change and challenge. So, spiritual awakening and new beginnings, a lot of times that happens from challenges that force us to go within, and therefore new doors open, you know? Because we can't just turn and go over here because that doesn't work anymore. That kind of thing. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. Wow, the orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. Wow, Virgo. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential. I'll go back to the picture. For the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of Spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up the unexpected guidance and inspiration of Spirit and to the magic power of your true identity. Whoa. I've got an affirmation for you. I relax and connect with my Spirit's wisdom and power. I live in peace that my Spirit brings and know that the world of Spirit supports me. That is beautiful. That's your past. Now we're looking at you now. This is your present. This is a 7. This is community. All right, so connection with kindred spirits. I don't know. Do you think you're going crazy? Are you like wondering, God, I thought I was going crazy? Been there. Okay, this card shows three women celebrating, sharing ideas, and supportive energy. The lights in the picture represent your ever-present spirit in community as well. Your ever-present spirit community as well. So not only the like physical people, but the actual spiritual community. And you have the door to spirit open already, right? When this card appears in upright, it indicates as an association of some kind. It may be a casual connection of like-minded people, joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partnership consisting of 3 or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional. Networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all. It's true that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in the energetic realm. Receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending some beneficial alliances your way. Like the Happy Family card, this could also indicate a party or celebration of some kind. That is really beautiful. So then your activation card is walking away. And it seems kind of out of place, right? You got the community, but then you have to walk away. Interesting. See what that's all about. I want to read to you the affirmation of the community real quick. I open my life to the wonderful people around me. I am making strong and beneficial connections in both my personal and professional life. Okay. And then we have walking away, letting go, and moving on. This card shows somebody walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you're finished with, perhaps a career, a goal, relationship, or long-term experience of any kind. The familiarity, I have trouble with that word, sorry, of the situation may be exciting, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road instead. On the open road ahead. I am struggling with this one. I'm so sorry. In reality, An important new beginning is at hand. And obviously is like a difficult choice for you, right? Because I'm having trouble reading it. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now may have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Because you have this door to romance, and you have this door to spirit, and then you have this community. Now, hang on a second. I'll let you know what I'm getting out of that. Whether it's the inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. So there's all this good, but it feels like this door to romance. I really was brought to the place of the preciousness of your heart and valuing yourself. And it kind of feels like maybe walk away from the way that you dishonor yourself. Forget about yourself. Put yourself last. And walk back toward taking care of yourself. It's kind of weird, right? That kind of sounds a little weird. You can let me know if that makes any sense to you. But that's just what I was pulled back to. It is safe, and here's your affirmation. It is safe and comfortable for me to move on. I consider all my options and then take action on my own behalf. The best, the good, for your highest good. That's what it is. That's not always easy, right? When you're the maiden, the one that takes care of others, right? Put others before you, because that's kind of like, you feel like that's what you're meant to do. But we cannot give others what we cannot give ourselves. Always comes back to that. Otherwise, there's a bit of disservice to many if we don't get back to ourselves. Because you know what I'm saying, I'm sure. Okay, so let's look at the door to romance. We're just going to, these are Archangel Power Tarot cards. 78 card deck, just like regular tarot. So sorry, they're meant to be read upright, but I always read reversal, so we're going to pull a card for each. Let's look at the door of romance, please. Very beautiful cards. Six of Michael. So this is the Six of Swords. It's a light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. Okay. This is moving away from the storm to something better. And why do we do that? Why do we move towards something better? Why do we need a sigh of relief? Why do we need the light at the end of the tunnel? Why do we leave something and go to something better? It's because we have to do that for ourselves at some point. And sometimes we learn to do that for our children. But it all comes back to treating yourself the way you want to be treated. Okay? And so if you need to go to better things than you do, that's a walking away thing. This is your soul card. Your soul. Let's look at door to spirit. So this is Ada Ariel. This is Ada Ariel reverse is Eight of Pentacles reverse, and this is not mastering something. I think when we feel stuck and we ask ourselves why we're experiencing the same thing or different things with the same result, different people with the same results, different situations and feeling the same, then it's time to go within and reach out to spirit. And that's about how we get the shift and opening the door to spirit. And we start truly asking for help from either our higher self, God, or the universe. Say, look, I can't do this anymore because I'm not mastering this. And that's a reflection how we get there. And that it is not a failure, it's seeking the right guidance. Because our higher self and spirit, it's not about how it looks. It's not about what other people say. It's what's truly in your best interest. So where we might have turned to others in a naive way, not knowing that others may not always have the answers, that they're turning to others. It's when we go within that we truly that we get the truth. Okay, so let's look at the community card. This says, and so the one I just read is still the past, okay? Okay, so community, and this is the 10 of Ariel. So this is the 10 of Pentacles. So the community, these are associations in business or friendship, right? This is you now. And then we have this loss. We have that there's not a place of abundance here. There's loss here. So, and I'm all folded up, you see? I'm blocked up. Although there's community, it's like the growth is stopped. It's delayed. It's like the support system, okay? It's like your current support system. Sorry about that. That would be an affirmation usually, right? I'm going slow because I really want to tap into this. It no longer serves. Even though you feel supportive and all that, and you feel like people have your back, you have a community, they would appear to have been your tribe. Why would you need to walk away? Let's get that card. Because there's no opportunities there. This is lack of opportunities. There's lack of growth there. Somehow, it's almost as if this group of people situation, whatever this is, may be holding you back. And I don't really want to say that, but it's all over this, okay? So it looks so positive, but then why would you be walking away, right? Why? And that's a hard one because it's people that you love. But you're getting hits, you're getting intuitive hits. And so there's community, but there's also spiritual community here. I don't know if there's a negative spin there. Spirit community doesn't always have to be. It seems supportive, right? Maybe it isn't negative. Maybe there's just no more opportunity there. We're going to get a few more cards, so don't worry. I'm just kind of throwing stuff out there to kind of reach for, see what attaches to the dots and all this. And it may help you to kind of, as readers, we do that so you can kind of grab what it might be to you. Because sometimes when we're listening, we can't, what are they talking about? And so it gives you an opportunity to kind of latch on to ideas that we're being given or that's coming through us, right? Okay, so now let's just why would one be running from their heart, right? Why would one be running away from your heart? This is your soul card. There's something intuitive this is a high priestess. So if love's coming in, there's something else. I'm going to leave this here for a minute. And I tell you why, because it's not going to work because you're not in the right heart space. You're not treating yourself well. And so it's almost like if this is about a person, it's not the right time because you have healing to do. Period. It doesn't even, that's it. So you can open the door to love, but you wouldn't even receive the right thing. It would be the right, maybe what you would bring to yourself in the old energy, but this energy is shifting very quickly. Okay, or it's being asked to shift very quickly. Let's look at the door to your soul. What's this? Door to spirit, sorry. Okay. Not mastering one's life because, well, this is the Two of Pentacles. So this is financial loss or just the loss of a relationship. This is, or a situationship. Loss of a situation. It's not mastering this. And that's where we open, like I was saying, when we're hurting or we have loss, we tend to ask spirit for guidance, okay? So, but it starts with not valuing ourselves enough. Asking for guidance. What do I need to do? That's where the real growth begins. So having to consider leaving behind those that we've known because maybe they're helping us to feel stuck. Community is community, but there may be, so we can work through the obstacles that we need to. And not all people are willing to do that. It's our journey, as our life is our own journey, period. It's not a community journey. Sometimes they're community projects, and there's things we have in common. But when there's real growth to take place, many times we have to do it on our own, almost always. It's not what we want to hear, though, is it? Seven of Wands is having to get above high ground, and sometimes that means moving away from the community, suffering the loss that whatever happens there for our higher, for a soul's growth, for the activation. Soul activation. Okay, we're looking at the actual activation again. So we're looking at walking away. We're looking at there's no more opportunities here. That is actually stagnation, and it's not, it's like backwards. Missed opportunities. Not being able to grasp on anything. I have the Queen of Cups. Why is that? Because we have manipulative energy here. Queen of Cups reversed is about somebody that just doesn't want anybody to get jealous energy, vindictive energy. And this is somebody that could be called friend, And we can't always see them doing this either. So the Page of Ariel, that's a Page of Pentacles. And that's somebody who has an ulterior motive while acting like, I'm just this kind person, kind of in disguise, okay? But intuition, there's an intuition here that's saying something, it doesn't feel right. And in thinking that you're the one that's crazy, but that's not true. So I hope that made sense for you. Somebody it did. It wouldn't be her if it didn't. All right. So you know what you have to walk away from. Remember the door to spirit is open. The door to your heart is open. First, it's got to start with you taking care of yourself, protecting your own heart from people that hurt you, from people that want to manipulate you, from people you know better, okay? Doesn't matter how it looks and how supportive they appear. You feel it. You feel you're just battling them. And if being around them causes you pain and you feel like you're always having to defend yourself, then there's your answer. There's your answer. Okay. Of course, it's always your journey, and whatever you need to do for you is the most important thing, Virgo, of course. Try and just figure out what card to pull next. I think we're going to do, I'm going to try to just simplify it, like bring it down a notch, because that's a lot of information. There's the eclipse happening this weekend. All kinds of stuff happening right now. We got retrogrades. We got all kinds of stuff. expect there's going to be energy for the next 6 months from this eclipse. So confront your opposite polarity. Consider what needs to be left behind, because the eclipse will either eclipse something in or eclipse something out for the next 6 months. So consider carefully choices that may of things that have needed to be taken care of, whether it's the way of thinking, people, action. And always, consider asking for guidance. But this is confronting your opposite polarity. This is confronting the part of you that it has a lot to do with your intuition. What you know is what you know inside. You say, like you feel something, and then it happens, and you say, I knew that was going to happen. So, why aren't you listening? That's what they're asking. Because it would be a lot easier if you started listening. Okay, you have the door to spirit. They're telling you what to leave behind. They're giving you information. Might be time to start taking that, so the loss will be minimal, and the abundance will be more. Okay, that was not the easiest reading to hear. Virgo, love you. It's all about the details. Start focusing on that, and on your own connection to spirit, and your love, and the love you have for yourself, so we can all embrace how special you are by you owning it first. Okay, take care. I'll talk to you soon. I have readings available. Would love to help. Okay, take care.